EA is reportedly considering implementing a ton of more gaming advertisements, like advertisements during AAA games. Did you see this?
EA wants to squeeze every possible penny out of its customer base.
You know, Electronic Arts is the #1 worst rated company in the entire world.
I mean, this always...
Wait, in the entire world? Are you saying that as a joke, or is that true?
No. Like, I mean, I don't know if currently, but last time I checked, factual, #1.
So let's go through this. It says EA and its subsidiaries have experimented with in-game ads in the past, often sparking up controversy among fans. An update to The Sims 4 earlier this year featured an aggressive ad push within the game, adding a shop button to the game's user interface that encourages players to buy the newest expansions. EA has also received criticism from its fans for its in-game ad practices, featuring heavy advertising in sports games. That always seemed like the most obvious place to do it, though still bullshit.
The worst is the smart TVs now. You just turn them on and they start putting ads. So that is psych.
It's against your will.
When I was if you watch something on the Roku channel and you pause it, a QR code comes up for a product advertisement.
No, dude, my TV is just I turned it on and it's an ad.
Yep.
They're always fighting for eyeballs.
Well, I mean, it's product placement is less obtrusive than you're in the middle of playing a game and it starts showing you a 30-second ad that you can't skip, right? Like, there are levels to it.
Do you like Hot Pockets? Like, what?
Like, let's face it, the big reason that this bothers people is if you're paying $70 or $80 for a game, they don't want to have a bunch of advertising thrown in their face. You're paying a crap ton of money for it.
Mm-hmm.
The issue with gaming is that now, I mean, some stupid person, minding my language, sorry, that threw me off. Like, has a spreadsheet that says the video games that spend X amount of money make X amount of money, and now every single production has to be the super multi-billion-dollar thing, and it's insane. And naturally, the $70, even though it's steep, it just can't cut it.
Nope.
Because of all the 3D modeling and animators they need. Yeah. And it's kind of in the same situations with movies where it's like you say you want like less slop whatever CGI things, but then people don't actually get it.
Yep, they don't come out
when
for
it's
it.
like that.
The funny thing is when it comes to product placement in movies, I am actually one of those people because I'm kind of a psycho. When it's really obvious, I love it. Like when it's like really obvious product placement, I find it
like in a TV show
or a movie. So my favorite is like in one of the Transformers movies, there's like a Mountain Dew machine flying over a model's head.
Okay,
like,
but
that's awesome.
The Pepsi sign falling down in Madam Web. You can't say you liked that, right? Like that.
Yes, I did because it was
that?
the bad guy.
Okay.
The sign was the villain.
I got a question. How would you guys feel if the new standard for media was crowdfunding, where even like huge studios can be like, hey, this is the thing we want to make.
Yeah.
If you're interested in it, this is our budget that we want to achieve. And if you donate, you'll get X, Y, or Z, depending on how much you donate. And then it gets funded. And then whatever they sell is an extra bonus. So they don't have to do stuff like this.
I don't know.
Wouldn't that be great?
People are willing to crowdfund for someone with a face.
Yes.
For a company that is faceless, I don't think they're willing to do that.
It has to actually be for... okay, so...
but with that benefit.
There's independent video games that get made, and there's independent crowdfunding for these types of projects. But usually, you're right, a lot of... Like, for instance, in comics, your crowdfunding will go infinitely better most of the time if you are a person attached to it that's able to sell that comic. You know, through, you know, a lot of them, they have the YouTube channels that they use to help promote their books and stuff like that. That makes sense. For something like this, like, okay, so let's keep going. So it says, a recent earnings call with the company, EA CEO Andrew Wilson spoke on the company's stance regarding in-game advertisements. According to Wilson, the developer is considering more dynamic ad insertion with EA's AAA game releases. What I was saying before, I said no dude who is the CEO of a company who lives and dies by budgets and financing and making money looks at somebody who's going to spend 70, 100, 200, 300 hours looking at something that you're making and not want to put a whole crap ton of annoying advertisement in there. If anything, I'm more impressed by their self-control to not do it.
Well, for
with
these
everything
video
all the
games,
time.
it's a high one-time investment
Yeah.
at the beginning,
It's not really because
and maybe in-app purchases.
because what they're doing now is that they're giving you 3/4 of the game, and then the last fourth you pay an additional $15 to $20, and or they make it so like a central game mechanic. You either have to spend hours of your life to get, or for $5 you can save hours of your life, which is
We got a $20 from Pop Culture Junkie. I've heard that 2 major studios are developing AI capability to ingest petabytes of scripts, pop culture trend info, and box office data to make green lighting decisions for future films.
I mean, they've already discussed how Netflix is doing that now. What was the movie that they canceled the sequel to A Knight's Tale without Heath Ledger because their AI algorithm, their AI said, don't make it. As if they needed AI to say making A Knight's Tale 2 without Heath Ledger was a bad idea.
Yeah. Might be better results than human executives.
One, I think AI is the new like catch-all phrase, kind of like
For anything.
how algorithms used to be.
Exactly.
But I feel that if people are as least tech savvy now as they were back then, and they didn't even comprehend algorithms, so they don't even comprehend AI. There's so many things that are labeled as AI that are not AI.
It's a catch-all term now.
But it's not at all artificial intelligence, and I don't know why it gets labeled that. Like truly.
People don't know what AI is, at least not yet. Like, it's not widely understood.
I know, but if you consider that as just a bunch of ifs and then statements, a couple of people make that, and so ultimately you're putting your future on a couple of people's, what's it called? Like their bias being inserted in algorithm.
Why
it's not divine revelation. Sorry.
Sorry. Why are you saying that EA is the worst company?
It's the worst rated.
Like worst rated among
anything.
Talk to literally any gamer, and
because I just saw like
strong disdain for EA.
People in the comments talking about this. Like someone said, EA is the worst video game company of all time, but they're all saying like, no, it's actually Ubisoft, it's actually Blizzard, it's actually Xbox, blah blah blah.
And so I was at a work event for my last job, and they were talking about marketing, and it was the number one, I think, publicly traded company in the entire world with the worst rating is Electronic Arts.
That's crazy.
And the second one, I don't remember what. I think it's an airline.
Yeah.
I bet it's United.
United Airlines?
I don't know.
So it says, a more aggressive ad policy from EA within its games would likely spark significant controversy among fans, with in-game ads being a hot-button issue. The prevalence of younger gamers has led several games to change their advertisement strategies, like Roblox blocking all ads for users under the age of 13. The rise of mobile gaming has also seen in-game ads take on greater prevalence, with many gamers...
Birth control.
With many games integrating ads and sometimes even tempting players with microtransactions to remove ads. Well, microtransactions is a whole nother issue.
You know what they need to get into if they're trying to make money off of their customers after they've already bought the game is just market gambling to them.
That's basically what microtransactions are, is gambling.
That's literally what they do.
It's been banned in certain places because
have you heard of loot boxes?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but that's like a veiled version of gambling. They might as well just go for it, like fully.
Yeah.
Take the mask off.
Well, I think there would be a laws here in America that would prevent them from doing that.
They banned ads for under 13 players on Roblox.
Correct.
Why that happened?
Dunno.
Because it was gambling?
No, not gambling. I'm guessing just bad press with the kids.
Bad press.
Wait, who was the celebrity recently who was talking shit on Roblox because their kid was playing it? Do you remember that?
All I know is that Ice Spice recently joined Roblox.
Yes.
What?
Yeah.
What's she doing there?
Yeah, I don't know why, but they decided that was the move for her.
Wow.
So their weight to describe like what this is, they talk about how the slate for EA is going to be smaller in 2024 than it was in 2023, but you'll have to wait until then to figure out what they exactly mean by that. But advertising in games is always a contentious issue because of the barrier to entry being so high to buy a game that expensive.
Okay. EA has been voted as one of the worst companies in America on multiple occasions. The Consumerist awarded EA with the title of worst company in America, along with a ceremonial Golden Poo trophy.
Yep. Multiple times.
And EA was also voted the worst company in America again in 2013 with 78% of the vote. That's crazy.
They probably just embrace it now. They're like,
dude, I mean, they do everything.
It's like winning a
People hate.
professional Razzie,
yeah.
basically.
Thanks for watching. Listen to full episodes of Pop Culture Crisis on Spotify.
Keep up with us on social media and make sure you subscribe and ring that bell so you never miss the show. Bye, guys.